So I have some big news for vegans and vegetarians everywhere. It's Hellmann's plant-based mayo spread and dressing, made for people with a plant-based diet or anyone really who wants to enjoy the great taste of Hellmann's real without the eggs. Hellmann's plant-based is perfect for sandwiches, salads, veggie burgers, or any of your family favorites. To celebrate, Hellmann's is sharing some easy, delicious plant-based recipes at hellmanns.com. Hellmann's plant-based mayo spread and dressing. Same great taste, plant-based.
Did you know that 1 in 8 kids in Atlanta will go hungry tonight? Eating healthy, balanced meals is essential for kids to learn and grow. That's why Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield and education nonprofit Common Threads have teamed up to help schools learn about healthier food preparation. In Atlanta, they're joined by the Dream and will provide education, recipes, and knowledge to students and families about healthier options. Visit anthem.com/dream to learn more. Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield is the trade name of Blue Cross Blue Shield Healthcare Plan of Georgia, Inc.
You know what you're going to do yet for Saturday, and could you share it with us?
No, we'll talk about it like we normally do after practice.
The Jets, I guess, he said he's going to rest his guys. I mean, I know you said in the past that has no bearing on what you do at all. I mean, or does it?
Yeah, no, we'll go through practice today and do our normal procedure, do what we think is best for the team.
The last 2 years, I don't think you played guys, right? In the last preseason game.
Yeah, again, every year is different, so go out there, we'll practice today and make our decision in a couple days.
You feel that Daniel still needs game action coming off a knee injury? And
yeah, no, I think Daniel's done a nice job. That he did a nice job in Houston, bouncing back from his start that he had, which is never easy. Coming back, not having played for however long it is. Thought he did a nice job yesterday. I'm comfortable where Daniel's at.
Do you think Drew Lock will be able to play physically on Saturday?
I think he'll be in the same situation as he was last game, which is more of an emergency, go in there and do things we can do with him.
Dave, during like the team period and 7 and 7, were you guys going like first team, then Tommy with the second team, then first team, then technically the threes? So Tommy was taking both 2s and 3s.
Yeah. So how they do their 7-on-7, which we adjusted based on ours, it's basically like a one-on-one. It's there wasn't a lot of scheming or anything like that. It's basically play man-to-man. It's a way to get one-on-ones but do it in a team or 7-on-7 setting. So it was like a one-on-one rep, and then play 2, and then play 3, then play 1. That's how they set it up.
You intend to add a quarterback for this game? Or
No.
So just Tommy will go the whole way?
Yeah. Well, we'll see what we do with everybody else. So.
What did you see from your secondary yesterday?
Yeah, I think, look, it was productive practice all the way around. That's how you want to practice against another team. No fights. It was good. It was good, productive practice. There was some stuff to learn from. It's just like every practice. There was some good plays, some plays you learn from. But definitely enjoyed practicing with that team, how we did it. Got a lot out of it.
Through the 2 joint practices, or throughout this point, I guess, what have you seen from Tay Banks and the jump he's made from rookie year to this, and what are you still looking from him?
He's still young, still improving. He works hard with Jerome every day. Obviously, as he's played in this new system, he gets more comfortable. But all our young guys, whether it's first year, second year, third year, continue to grow.
Jalen Hyatt, his second year in the system, just as his training camp winds down, how much more comfortable is he, than last year?
Yeah, experience helps. So getting lined up, going to the right spot, playing fast. He's made a good jump. Now we'll take that into the season. But again, I'm pleased with all 4 of those guys. Slay, he's been very, very consistent since he's been here. Have a lot of confidence in him. The quarterback does as well. And then, Neighbors is a rookie who's had a good camp, and Wandell, who's now healthy and feels good. So keep working with those 4 guys and see what happens.
How much, when you look at your receiver core, like with those 4 guys, is a blend important? You can't have 4 of the same guys. Big, small, slot, outside. When you take that into consideration, you like the blend of that group now?
I like that they're fast and quick, so they can run. They can create some separation. Again, some are shorter, some are taller, but I like those. They're young. Obviously, Slayton's got some experience, so we'll keep growing and building them up and improving them. But I like their skill set.
You
obviously always want, explosive plays as an offense, but with the skill set you have there, do you guys need to be able to throw the ball deep this year? Is that going to be a big part of having a successful offense?
Yeah, well, anytime you want to try to attack all areas of the field. I think there's 323 plays of 40 yards or more last year in all the games, so that accounts for less than 1% of the entire season, 0.9% exactly. So you have to do a good job of threatening the vertical part of the field, no question about it. But you also have to be able to sustain drives. Anytime you can hit a big one, usually you're going to have an opportunity to get some points on the board. And we've actively been doing that, throughout OTAs and camp of pushing the ball down the field. But again, you have to make the right decision when you're playing quarterback. So if they're all playing deep and there's a throw to Wandell where you can gain 15, 18 yards on a run after catch, so be it. But definitely threatening the deep part of the field, intermediate, short, horizontal, that's what you want to do offensively, is to try to create as many mismatches as you can, whether it's zone and you're flooding zones, whether it's man-to-man and you're using different type of plays, but trying to attack all areas of the field versus the defense to try to make it as tough on them as you can.
With Malik, he said, his own assessment was too many drops yesterday. If there has been a flaw for him this summer, it has seemingly been that he's dropped some passes. What do you
I have a lot
see on that?
I have a lot of confidence in Leak. I appreciate how hard he is on himself for a young player, but it's not going to dissuade me or the quarterback from throwing to him.
The offensive line has played well, and you seem to have some depth. Would you consider rotating guys in and out during a season?
I think we'd consider whatever we think is best, but I do think that the veterans that we've added have really done a nice job. The goal of an offensive line is to try to get 5 guys playing as one, and their experience has helped them. I think how they've gelled together. I'll include Stinney in that as well. They've done a nice job throughout the entire camp of doing what we need them to do.
Are you calling plays again in this game?
I am.
Do you think Evan Neal's going to be ready physically to play on Saturday night?
We'll see. We'll see after today's practice, but potentially.
How important would that be if he is able? Because obviously it's been a long layoff for him as well.
Yeah, it'd be good. So again, we'll see how he does at practice today. We ramped him up a little bit more yesterday. Talked to the trainers, and we'll do what's best, what we think is for the player and for us.
How do you think he did yesterday?
He did a good job. Coming back, I'm not saying DJ, but he's had a long layoff too. So being able to play and compete against another team, it was important to get him those reps, and hopefully we'll see him in the game.
What stood out to you?
Robert Saleh was talking about you as a play caller from his history against you, and he used the word methodical. And he explained why, that maybe that you will set up and you will have the patience to wait and wait and wait, and then afterwards he'll go back and see, oh, I see what he was doing to set me up. You like that word methodical as a play caller?
I don't really think about it too much. Just try to do the best job I can with, collectively with the staff, and do what we think we need to do each game. I got a tremendous amount of respect for him as well. He's done a nice job, since he's been in the league. Obviously, we've competed. When I was at Buffalo, he was at San Francisco, and then here, and I've got a lot of appreciation for him as a guy. He's a good person. He's a good football coach.
Will you call plays in the regular season?
Yeah, well, we're moving in that direction. So take it next week and ultimately make the decision here before 16 days.
By moving in that direction, are you just alluding to it's looking likely?
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
What stood out to you from yesterday when you went back and watched the film?
Yeah, it was good competitive practice. Got a lot of work done. Got situations. Worked in the red zone. Worked at some move the field. 2 minute. It was a good situation. It was good. It was a good day to go out there and practice against another team, and got a lot out of it.
Do you look at it? Sauce was waving, goodbye to you guys. They kind of claimed victory. What do you make of when you see those?
It's a good competitive practice. So I think we'd be doing the same thing if we capitalized on a couple of those opportunities down the field. But that's why you practice against other teams. There's competitive juices. Got a lot of respect for those guys, and we got a lot out of it.
With Van Roten, were you just managing his workload yesterday, or was anything physically wrong with him?
He's good.
When you took out
about Drew Phillips just throughout camp?
Well, it's good to get him back here. So availability is important. Still progressing. Young players, tough. He's got some good quickness, but still progressing with him.
You took out Nick McLeod, or he wasn't playing that last 2-minute drill. What went into that? Was that just getting beat on?
Yeah, it's just, like the other questions about some of the other guys. We're just rotating a bunch of guys in and letting them compete so we can get some evaluation on them.
I'm Victoria Cash. Thanks for calling the Lucky Land Hotline. If you feel like you do the same thing every day, press 1. If you're ready to have some serious fun for the chance to redeem some serious prizes, press 2. We heard you loud and clear. So go to LuckyLandSlots.com right now and play over 100 social casino-style games for free. Get lucky today at LuckyLandSlots.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18+. Terms and conditions apply.
State Farm and DJ Dramos from Life as a Gringo know making smarter financial moves today secures your financial freedom for a successful tomorrow.
Tackle these situations in stride and yeah, of course, be annoyed when an unplanned expense comes up, but not let it be something that slows me down, right? As I did with repairing my credit, hiring somebody to do credit repair for me. That was a gift that I gave myself that allowed me to then, get my first apartment.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. State Farm, proud sponsor of My Cultura Podcast Network.